Hello, I'm Raggy Omar and this is Witness. Southern Thailand is under siege. Every day there are random explosions, drive-by shootings and beheadings that have spread terror throughout the region. In the last 2 years, nearly 2,000 innocent civilians, school teachers, even Buddhist monks have been killed. No one is safe. The police and army call it the red zone. Thailand is predominantly Buddhist, but this part of the country along the Malaysian border is Muslim. The people here claim they are oppressed and that the Thai government has a policy of forced assimilation. But the violence does not follow purely sectarian lines. This is a war without a face. No one knows for sure who is responsible for the killings. Many believe the violence is not part of an organized rebellion, but the work of unconnected criminal gangs. Whoever's to blame, they live in the shadows and preside over a fearful population. Producer Tiwari Waraya Sobrasong spoke to both victims and perpetrators of this shadowy war in the red zone.
In October 2004, a large group of Muslim youths gathered to protest outside a police station, demanding the release of 6 suspected insurgents. 6 hours later, 85 were dead from gunshots, drowning or suffocation. They are victims of a faceless war in southern Thailand between the state and Muslim insurgents. A war that since January 2004 has left nearly 2,000 dead. Contact with the insurgents is rare. This boy only agreed to talk on the condition that his identity is protected. He wasn't at the October protest, but he was involved in an earlier incident and is now awaiting trial.
I've been charged with treason, being a member of secret society, attempting to murder the authorities. There are many charges, 5 of them.
He is 19. He works as a rubber tapper in southern Thailand. He claims he was tricked into joining an attack against a police station.
On the night of 27 April, around 5 in the morning, I was sleeping at home, and my brother-in-law came to wake me up to go to pray at the mosque. After praying, he gave me a glass of water and made me drink it. Normally, you don't have to drink any water when you pray. I didn't know what that water was at the time. Later, they said it was some kind of drug. I'm not sure what it is. It was supposed to make us feel bigger and fearless. I didn't know that we were going to rob the guns. My brother-in-law hadn't told me until we arrived at the police station.
I never thought I would have to do this. It's not something women like me should have to do.
Asia Bindoa is a mother of 5 and a Muslim. But in southern Thailand, the lines have become blurred. Muslims are killing Muslims. Asia is on the insurgents' death list because she works for the government. Her husband was executed because he was a policeman and, like Asia, was seen as a symbol of the central government's authority.
At first, when I heard the news that he was shot, my heart stopped because it meant that the family's main support was gone. But I gathered myself together and asked God to make my heart harder than stone. It feels like as each day passes, I'm becoming more like a man. In the past, when I felt the pain, I thought the practice target was the person who shot my husband. I don't know how to explain it, but I felt revenge deep within my heart. I don't want to think the target is my husband's killer anymore. It only makes me hurt more, and I don't want to feel like that. I don't really want revenge. I'll leave that to Allah. It's karma. What goes around comes around. I'll just do my best as a mother.
Almost a century ago, southern Thailand was an independent Islamic state. Today, 3 Muslim provinces have their own language and culture in a predominantly Buddhist Thailand. Bombings, beheadings and drive-by shootings are a daily occurrence. Insurgent attacks have now become highly organised, but in 2004 it was a different story. On the night of April 27, villagers stormed a police station armed only with knives and gardening tools.
I saw there were almost 20 people running inside the police station, but I didn't know what was happening. When I saw my brother-in-law was shot, I ran inside to help him. He wasn't dead at the time.
Out of 20 men, 15 were killed that night. The boy claims many were executed in cold blood.
When I was at the hospital, my mother told me that all my friends were dead, including my brother-in-law, who the police found hiding in the forest. After the incident where he was executed, they were all dead.
He was lucky. He was shot in the foot, but because of his age, he was sent home to await trial. Today he lives in fear of revenge from both sides.
I met my husband when we were studying in secondary school. We knew each other for 9 years before we got married. This makes me proud. But now he's not around, and that makes me lonely. My husband died on the 22nd March 2004. He went out with our son to get some food. I was at home, so I didn't know what had happened. Then my brother called and told me my husband had been shot. I know if a person gets shot, the chance of surviving is slim. The first question I asked was about our son. He was unhurt.
Solahim Bindo was 7 years old and sitting next to his father in a restaurant when 2 men came in and shot his father at point-blank range. He died instantly.
I'm proud that my son told me when his father was shot. He didn't run to hug his father right away because he knew there were 6 bullets in the gun and only 3 shots had been fired at his father. Had he gone to hug his dad, the guy might have shot him with the rest of the bullets. This makes me proud. I never thought that a little child like him would think of such a thing. I was amazed. I was speechless. I'm still surprised. I think when he grows up, he'll be able to survive anything.
My name is Thida Wannalak. I have been a teacher for 39 years. I have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. If I'm late, I will miss the soldier escort waiting to protect us on the way to school. Once I was driving by myself and I was followed almost all the way to school. I was really scared, so I suggested to my friend that we should travel together.
Like Asiya Bindo's husband and other government employees, teachers are also targets in this conflict. Schools have been destroyed or closed, and around 50 teachers have lost their lives.
This whole area is called Jar Ai Rong. It's a red zone. Many people get killed here. When the violence started in 2004, it wasn't as bad. They were only burning down schools. But lately, they have been slitting throats, shooting people, and killing teachers.
Tida and other teachers must always travel as a group.
I'm going to the meeting point. We have arranged to meet here instead of meeting outside where it's dangerous.
Her daily journey takes just half an hour, but every 5 minutes there is a checkpoint. It's called the Red Zone because it is the most dangerous place in southern Thailand. And Tida's school is in its heart.
Red zone means dangerous areas where violent incidents can happen at any time. Many insurgents hide or live in these areas, and many villagers think about joining the insurgency.
ก็จัดว่าเป็นพื้นที่สีแดงหมดแถวตรงประเทศไทยรวมและเนื้อชาติเชื้อไทยเป็นประชารัฐคนไทยคนไทยสู้ๆ ตอนนี้กำลังกล่าวคำปฏิญาณ
The students are reciting their vow to be good children, but you may not understand it because they are still not fluent in Thai. They don't get to use Thai at all. Once they get home, they only speak Yavi.
The cultural and social differences between teachers and students can be fatal. Buddhist teachers live amongst a distrusting population, seen by many as possible informers for the army.
There are no Buddhist Thai students here. This whole area is entirely Muslim. The students here are well behaved. I'm lucky to have students like this.
Unlike other Buddhist teachers in the Red Zone, Tida has never asked for a transfer out. She speaks the local dialect Yawi and the villagers trust her. But she knows that's not enough.
The villagers come and warn us that however how much they love the school, if the insurgents come in, they wouldn't be able to help the teachers.
Tida is not only a teacher, but also a trusted intermediary between the army and the local population. It's a role that could get her killed. We'll be back with more after the break.